welcome to episode 19, my Houston Texans connected franchise here on Madden Ep.19. And in this episode, we will be going up against the Cleveland Browns. They have revamped their team a little bit. They have Doug Baldwin at the second wide receiver slot, and they still have Jason Campbell at quarterback, and they have a very, very good running back of, I think his name's Jonathan Curse. He's a rookie in this franchise, and I think he went to LSU. So, yeah, I'm kind of going to be talking about the draft that happened last night. A very, very, very entertaining draft. And, yeah, I'm just going to go through, my recap and what I thought about it. So, we started off with the Texans picking Clowney. A lot of people knew they were picking Clowney. I think he was their best fit just because that D-line's going to be really scary now with J.J. Watt. And then you're going to have on the other side, you could have Clowney. So, that's very good. And then the second pick, the Rams took Greg Robinson. That was... people knew that was going to happen. And then third pick, this was the big shocker of the draft that started it off. The Jacksonville Jaguars selected Blake Bortles. And that was really surprising because people thought maybe Johnny Manziel would go before him, or maybe they'll take Sammy Watkins, but no, they didn't. So then the fourth pick, I believe, was the Cleveland Browns, but they traded to the ninth pick and then next year's first round pick to the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills, that was very smart of them, and they ended up taking Sammy Watkins. And that offensive team will be very scary with C.J. Spiller, Stevie Johnson, Mike Williams, and Sammy Watkins and E.J. Manuel. That's going to be a good team. So then the fifth pick, the Raiders took Khalil Mack to add on to their very good defense right now. Now they'll have Tuck, Woodley, and now Mack at their defensive front. So then the sixth pick, I think the sixth pick was the Atlanta Falcons, and they took Jake Matthews. That was expected too. And then the seventh pick, I'm trying to think here, I'm doing this off the top of my head. Oh, the seventh pick was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they took Mike Evans, which was very smart of them to pass on Manziel, and Manziel has not been picked yet, so he is falling off the board, and people are very shocked with this. So then we're going to move to the eighth pick, and the Vikings did have this, but they traded down one pick, and the Browns traded up one pick, and then everyone's like, Johnny Manziel's going to Cleveland with the ninth pick, and no, or the eighth pick, and they took Justin Gilbert, which was very surprising, and Justin Gilbert is a very, very, very good, talented cornerback, and that was a smart pick by them. And in the Vikings, everyone's like, Johnny Manziel's definitely going to the Vikings now, but no. But Anthony Barr went to the Vikings, and the Vikings later on would select Terry Bridgewater with the 32nd pick, with trading with the Seahawks. So that was also a smart move by them. So then the 10th pick, the Detroit Lions added a tight end of Eric Ebron and they already have some very good, talented tight ends, so that was surprising too. And then the 11th pick, I believe, was the I can't think of the 11th pick, I'm sorry, but we'll move on to the 12th pick, I believe, was the Giants, and they took Odell Beckham Jr., which was smart to take him and not to take Manziel either. Oh, I remember the 11th pick now is the Titans, and maybe the Titans could take Manziel, but no, they took Taylor Lewan, the offensive tackle out of Michigan. So then the 13th pick was the Rams, and they took Aaron Donald, and that defensive line is also going to be another scary defensive line in the league. So then the 14th pick was the Bears, and they took Kyle Fuller, who's a very underrated quarterback in this draft, which was a very good pick out of them. And then the 15th pick, and I see DeQuiz Denard on the board for the Steelers, and I'm like, come on, DeQuiz Denard to the Steelers. This is who I wanted on the Steelers from the start. And no, they really surprised a lot of people, and they took Ryan Shazier, the inside linebacker out of Ohio State, and I've been watching some tapes and highlights of him after they drafted him, and it kind of makes sense now. They want to get back to that defensive front, scary defense that they built the 90s and the 80s and the 70s off of, and they want to get back to that team. And he's kind of a replacement to James Farrior, who they lost 2 or 3 years ago, but he's kind of undersized. He's 6'1", and he weighs 230, somewhere around there, but he's a very, very fast linebacker, and they picked him because the defensive maker. I really didn't expect it, but they know more than I do, so I guess it was the right pick in the long run. So then the 16th pick, I think it might have been the Cowboys had the 16th pick, I believe, or maybe it was the Jets. I think the Jets might have took Calvin Pryor, and the Cowboys, everyone was like, they're going to take Manziel, and this is going to be crazy. They might even trade Romo, but no, they end up being kind of smart, and they took, who did they take? They took Zach Martin, the offensive guard, which was kind of confusing because their defense isn't very, very good right now. But instead, they did take Zach Martin, an offensive guard. And then some picks go by, some safeties off the board, some D-line, O-line, and then it comes to the 22nd pick. I believe was the Philadelphia Eagles had that pick, I think. Or I could be wrong, but then the Browns ended up trading up from the 24th or 6th pick, I think the 26th, and they went to the 22nd pick, and they took Johnny Manziel with the 22nd pick in the NFL draft, and I guess that was kind of smart of them. They didn't settle for him in the top 10, and they got him with the 22nd pick, so they got a quarterback that I don't like Johnny Manziel, really, and especially now he's on the Browns, and the Browns are in the same division as the Steelers. And now they also have a shutdown corner, another one besides Joe Hayden and Justin Gilbert now. And it's kind of ironic because we're playing the Browns in this game, as you can see, which is a very good game right now. It's 17-17 in the third quarter, and Jason Campbell's going to throw an interception to Joe Mays. But besides that, I wanted Dequise Denard to go to the Steelers, and he goes to the division rival, the Cincinnati Bengals, drafted Dequise Denard. And Jason Verrett went to the Chargers. I believe Brandon Cooks went to the Saints. Yeah, that was a very good pick out of them. And then, did anything else interesting happen? I don't think so. Oh, Kelvin Benjamin, I think, yeah. His first name's Kelvin, I believe. Or Kevin. He went to the Panthers, and that was a very smart pick by the Panthers. Not to take Marquise Lee, they took Benjamin. And the pick by the Cardinals, I really thought they were going to take either Bridgewater. They traded down, and I believe they were going to take Bridgewater or Derek Carr. But no, they took, I forgot his first name, but his last name was Buchanan out of Washington State. And he's a very, very tough safety after they showed the highlights after he was drafted. So I guess they wanted to add to Tyrann Mathieu and have that young defensive secondary, so I guess that's why. So this NFL draft is way more interesting and better than the last one. Last year, there was, I think, one positional player in the first, 15 picks, and that was Tavon Austin. He didn't even have a good year. It was all O-line, D-line, and there was no running back selected in the first round. Once again, there was no running back selected in the first round this year, too. Carlos Hyde didn't go, Trey Mason didn't go, Dree Archer didn't go. I think, yeah, then there's another guy, can't remember his name, but you can see here we're down 24-31, and now 39. I believe Brooks Reed gets to the quarterback. Jason Campbell, he's gonna fumble, but their offensive line picks it up, and now we have a chance to tie this game up at 31 and send it into overtime. On the 2nd and 9, Josh Johnson on the 34-yard line. It looks like he's gonna hit Owen Daniels on the slant route, and he's gonna get 3rd and inches. But later on, it's gonna be 4th and 10. Well, 4th and 28, my bad, on the goal line, and Josh Johnson, that's the second time he did that. He also did it on 3rd and goal, and he's going to make a terrible pass on 4th and goal. And we are going to lose 31-24, and after this game, I really don't think Josh Johnson could be safe this offseason. Let's just see how he does in the playoffs, because I believe we did clinch the playoffs last week. But he had 3 turnovers. We had 3 turnovers as a team. They were all by him. He had a fumble and 2 interceptions. So, yeah, the final score was 31-24. We do get it kind of upset by the Browns. And Aaron Foster didn't really have a good game. He only did really good receiving-wise. And that'll be it for the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. And let me know what you guys thought about the draft. And I will see you guys in the next video.